Ooh, we are recording. Okay. So today I have a very, very, very uh, uh, I'm speechless about the guest because I know like what she's bringing to the SEO community, how especially like SEO women in SEO are looking at her and like encouraging her and also like thinking about I want to be her. So thank you so much, Georgia Tan, for coming, for your time, energy, and effort. As someone who is international SEO public speaker and co-founder of Switchkey Digital. We would like to get your knowledge, your perspective, your mindset on the things that you are doing very well. So thank you so much for joining, and I'm putting you on the stage.
Yes, Adriana, it's my pleasure. I'm really, really happy to, finally get the chance to come on and talk about this journey and about, my advice on public speaking and how we can get more women in SEO to be on stage and feel confident. So I think there's so much potential there, and I definitely believe we should see more women on stage. We're so talented, so brilliant.
So tell me, who is Georgia on the stage? How she is feeling when she is speaking on the conference?
Yeah, so of course, I think that like the crazy thing is that I think like everyone has nerves. Like even would be surprised that even like the most famous SEOs, some of the best SEO speakers in our industry, eh, it's very normal. It's very human to feel nerves at the beginning, especially like when you're first starting. So what I would say, I guess my advice is that like when you're anticipating and you're in the position you're about to go on stage and you're feeling that adrenaline. A really great tip I've heard is, instead of saying, I feel nervous, like this is really hard, this is scary, you can actually just change that and say, I'm feeling so excited, I'm so happy to be here, I can't wait to share my knowledge and help others, sharing my knowledge and bring my perspective. So at the end of the day, everyone, I of course, will feel a bit nervous at the beginning, but I think as you get into it, as you warm up, that really changes into excitement as well. Especially if you feel like you're talking to a friend or someone that you're teaching.
It becomes better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you mentioned a great thing because that is the real honest story behind it. Like whenever we are speaking in public on the podcast, like live on events, like it's not that like we have been born with this, like it's so human to feel that, like a little bit stress, a little bit of anxiety, like all these feelings, because we are in the end of the day humans, and we are going to be visible in front of the people. And that is like the most vulnerable thing, because we are not born just like, 110, 1,000 people are looking at us. It's not, for many of us, it's not natural, because when you are visible, also it's a huge pressure that you can make mistake, that you are not going to be good enough, that you can make, like some silly things. So it's so normal to feel that way. And also we have some tools, some processes, how we can feel even like more confident to achieve what we want, because in the end of the day, we want to be on the stage, we want to talk, but so many feelings and thoughts are sabotaging us on daily basis to go there and pitch there.
100%. Yeah, like I think it's very normal to feel the nerves, and there's so many ways to manage that. I can share some of my strategies, and I think everyone's also different. So what might work for me might not work for someone else. You have to find I think the best strategy that suits you. So I mean, something that really helps me that I'll tell everyone is like what really helps me ground myself to the audience and feel like it doesn't matter if you're speaking to 50 people, 200, 500. I try to go and talk to some of the attendees, or it could be people I already know beforehand, and you just get a sense of the audience that you're speaking to, some friendly faces. And then when you speak, you really feel like you're just talking to a friend. You're just teaching someone. You could be educating, like, a client, or whatever helps to make you feel like more comfortable, rather than like
Safe.
you're on the spot. Like, yeah.
Yeah, to feel
Um,
that you are safe on the stage. Nice. I love that.
yeah, definitely. I always, of course, I always practice beforehand. So like once you have, if you're at the point where you have your presentation deck, you already have your speaker notes and everything, I find it always really helpful to say it verbally and present to someone else. The advice is also to you could record yourself and listen, but I find that really cringe. I think everyone does, to listen to your own voice. So yeah, I'll put my partner through it. Get to listen to me present, and
We will
you
sacrifice
need to
him.
go through it a few times. Yeah, pretty much. You need a good ear so that you can get over the content of what you're saying, and focus on the delivery. And then when you're on stage, you can focus about really like the delivery, like to the room, and like your body language, your speech, and all of those things as well. Yeah.
Nice. And when you started to speak on the conference, like what was your biggest challenge?
Yeah. So now we are in 2026. I think I started, it must have been like maybe 4 years ago. I did my first like
Nice.
SEO conference talk. And yeah, I think the biggest challenge is starting, I'd say. It's feeling confident enough to think that you have something worth saying, and actually getting out there, pitching, saying yes
Mm,
to it, and going through with it. That the start is always the hardest. So I remember like my first speaking was at the Sydney SEO conference, and we have some heavy hitters that come to the conference, some really big international, SEO superstars. So then, you'll feel worried, like, how could our content be as good as so and so, and you worry about the quality, and all kinds of things. But you realize that, if you've already got that far and your pitch has been accepted, like obviously you have something unique that the conference organizers have already seen. I think just really focusing on like your own point of view, and presenting the way that like feels like yourself, rather than sometimes people feel like they have to, I guess, copy, or be not authentic in how they present.
mm.
Yeah.
And that is the thing, because what I'm seeing, especially like SEO women, they are so afraid. Oh, how I will be on the stage? What if I make mistake on the stage? What if I get some question that like I don't know how to answer? But that is the thing. Like when our mind is, we didn't even like pitch for the conference, we didn't even be accepted for the conference, and then our mind is going to the end, to the worst case scenario, like that will happen. And for the people who really want to get into like these public speaking and like these kinds of things, we really need to break that into small steps. The first step is pitching, because if we are not accepted by the pitch, nothing else will happen. Nothing else will happen. And we are
Very
just
true.
like worrying, like how I will be there. And the even like the confidence, like we pitched, and like I'm still pitching for the some conferences, and I'm being rejected. But like even when I didn't have confidence, like back then, of course that I was like, okay, let me try, like, because if I got rejected, like nobody will know besides me, and like I'm feeling good, like knowing that I'm rejected, but constantly trying to do some different things and changes to basically achieve our dreams, because for the people who really want to be on the stage, it is just like trying different things, asking people for the help, asking people to, hey, can you take a look on this picture, especially people who are already on the stage. They know like these tips and tricks. And then the next stage, so don't be just like overwhelmed by all the steps, like we will go over like these steps, but just like take one step at the time. Okay, first is finding a conference like that I would like to like pitch for. Then the next step is pitching, but also you can ask so many like different people, hey, can you check a look? Or constantly you can even like reach the organizers and say like, hey, what do you think about this? Is it like possible? What do you think about topic? Should I do this? Should I do this? Like, so those are the stages where you are getting a small confidence, like, okay, next thing. And we are helping ourselves like a kid, like one step, the next step, like the biggest mistake is just like thinking, yes, I will be on the stage. Like we will not be on the stage if we don't finish like these things. So let's like break these things. What helped you the most to like to say, okay, I will pitch for the conference, or you got invited, like the smallest things that was like closer to the stage than you were before that, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Wait, so to make sure I understand your question, so you're saying,
how you
yeah,
encouraged yourself to pitch for
yeah.
that first like
Oh,
conference?
how did I start? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm very lucky that here in Sydney we have our Sydney SEO conference, and it's a tight-knit community, as it definitely is in SEO, like in a lot of countries. So I guess I wanted to do something out of my comfort zone. You could kind of think of it like a bucket list thing, and I have really low expectations as well. Like you might try and not get in, you might try and hate it, and then you really don't have to do it again, and it'll be over. But yeah, essentially I found like at the time, I think that was when the helpful content update was just coming out. So yeah, my talk was on that, and I really saw a gap around talking about more of that content and user experience side. So in terms of like how, I think a couple of things, like having like getting yourself known to organizers, like through networking, actually like being part of the community and going, like attending the events, the conferences that you really want to speak at will make you know the type of like subjects, or what type of perspective and tone that they're looking for. And then yeah, when you pitch, like as I did, I just trying to like talk about what you're passionate about, because yeah, if it's something that you think will just be like cool, you think will be good, but if you're not really passionate about it, like other people will see through that as well. Yes, I focus on just what like I really want to share with my team members, or my clients, something that people really find valuable. It could be something that you're in a meeting with a client, and they're like, what is this? Like, tell me how do we do this? And then yeah, you can expand on that and find some unique angles. Ask your colleagues or other SEO friends, what would intrigue them around it. Yes, I guess it's all around finding the unique topic.
That is the thing, because we constantly thinking, like, oh, this will be boring. Nobody will be interested in this. But like, if we are in the SEO community and like we live and breathe SEO every day with the SEO clients, if something is interesting and like if we are passionate, definitely there are a lot of people who are feeling the same.
Definitely.
Because even we are feeling, yeah, I'm different than the others, but like this SEO passion, like it's the same for us, and you just need to bring yours, and like it doesn't need to be when we are thinking, oh, I need to bring my specific perspective, it puts a lot of pressure. Oh, what is my specific perspective? But just like bring your perspective, like, because we are,
exactly. Yeah.
that is already unique, just yours. Because a lot
I love
there,
that. Yeah.
yeah, because there is a lot
Yeah.
of negative tendency. Oh, I need to be specific, I need to be unique, I would need to be authentic. Like, no, you just like be you, and like people will resonate with that, because we are here, the same, we are coming to these SEO communities, SEO conference, because of the SEO, and in so many different angles are there, like, and already also we are trying, oh, like, we want to be liked by all of them, but like the biggest truth of the topic and everything, even we are trying to control that, like, we will be liked by all of this, like, the control is not on us, people's like perspectives and views, and like we can be the best, and some of them, they can say like, I knew that, or we can be the worst, like, and say, oh wow, like, so we are putting so much pressure on us. Oh, I need to be like this, I need to be like this, I need to control all these things, but we can control,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
we
Yeah, I'd
can do
say
whatever.
if if yeah, any of you like really passionate to give it a go and it's something you really want to do, then yeah, my advice is really to just go for it. If you don't try, you won't know, and then you won't get the opportunity. So the first opportunity is always, I get, yeah, to show up, to put your best shot forward. And I think, yeah, be persistent as well. Like sometimes it is just being at the right time, at the right place, picking the conference that like likes a certain audience, all of those things, pitching the right topic to them. Yes, I'd say be persistent as well. If something you really want, I'm really confident that you guys can get it. Like, it just like don't give up and pitch to different ones. Make sure you pitch early when the forms open, and keep up to date on when all that usually happens for each conference.
Yeah, because we are so consistent and like, so committed when it comes to SEO and SEO clients results. Like, we will do everything, but when it comes to us and our personal wishes, like, we
Yeah.
we we can easily give up. Like, so we just, I love your advice. We just need to be persistent, like, as we are when we are doing the SEO work, because we know, like, we will not go to bed until we finish some things. What kind of additional skills you developed by public speaking?
Yeah, this was a really great question. I think it's definitely brought a lot more confidence, and like being able to present to public speaking, like it doesn't have to be just for a conference. I think it's so helpful, like when I'm presenting to clients, or now I run my own events for hosting, for MCing, um, for all of those things, anything that really requires the communication. I think it's a really helpful skill in
Nice.
that regard. So that's on the speaking part. I definitely won't underestimate the preparation part as well. Like there's definitely a lot of time and effort, research to actually make the topic like deep and thoughtful. So I think that's also a really good skill, still being able to condense and get all your detailed knowledge and be able to simplify that to and yeah, because at a conference, like people are really short attention spans. They've been sitting there like the whole day, like 8 to 10 talks. So being able to distill that simply is like that's like the best way to learn and explain something to someone. So you get that part. I also try to design my slides. So we've definitely gotten better in that regard as well. So that's great. That's great for work too. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
And then outside of the stage, the other great thing is, I mean, I think it's been really helpful just to meet different people that you might not have the chance to in terms of networking, and I think we're really lucky that the SEO community is so active across the globe. So yeah, definitely been to countries that I wouldn't have anticipated. So getting to just learn about like different cultures, see how they organize events and like local things there. It's all really,
Mm.
really, yeah, interesting to me as well.
And what do you think, like, what Georgia would be without that, like, that you didn't start public speaking like 4 years ago? Who would be?
Yes, I love this question too. It definitely made me reflect more on it. I think that having that confidence, I wouldn't have started my own agency. Who knows if I hadn't done that.
Wow.
Also, I guess going to all these events, and we see how it's still quite so male dominated in the SEO space. And I was so lucky to be able to host some of like the women in SEO meetups and meet other amazing women there. So that also really inspired me to make that space for our wisdom, the women in SEO digital marketing community. So I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have made the community or felt confident to run events otherwise, because yeah, it's really the exposure to seeing the different events, um, and yeah, the practice public speaking that yeah is I think is great. It's great for your confidence for business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think definitely I'm seeing, like even like your journey, how this public speaking was just kind of like the process, just like the tool to achieve even bigger dreams, like, so it's not just like about the public speaking, it's about like what you can do after you done this, after you are doing this for a few years, and after you gain the skill set, like how many your skills just like developed along the way, and like the confidence to achieve even bigger things that you want. So I really see that, like, like just as a part tool to get bigger dreams that you want. So it's amazing. It's amazing what you achieved, like even just like the question that maybe you wouldn't start the agency, that you wouldn't start like these bigger like women in digital marketing, like sessions, like it's a purpose, like what we can do once we are starting with the small steps.
Yeah,
One
no,
question.
I think,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess I think everyone's journey will be different, and I definitely did not really, I did not really plan ahead. I think it really just starts, like you said, with the first pitch, the first saying yes, and getting up on stage. And yeah, I think with that confidence, like who knows where it can take everyone. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's something, yeah, I really, really encourage it. And yeah.
Okay, just like for the last thing, I want to summarize, like people who are thinking about the pitching, like I would like to share with them, like even yours and mine, some thoughts, concerns that like everybody has, like, because what I seeing, even like talking with my people, like they are thinking that they are only thinking, oh, I'm not good enough for the pitching, I'm not good enough for the conference, what if someone is asking me a question and I don't know. So we can just like summarize very common thoughts, and then
Yeah.
share with them how they can overcome them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest one would be, I think, like you said, like I'm not good enough. I don't really have anything to share.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I think for me, like how to overcome that is, I think just give it your best shot, and whatever you're passionate about and interested to talk about, that's something that is worth being heard and sharing. Um, so you just have to try, and then in terms of not being good enough on stage, the first time is always like the most intimidating. That will be the scariest, but like once you finish that, it's going to feel like amazing. And I also like to add that like I think having the support of more experienced speakers and mentors, like who give you encouragement, give you positive feedback afterwards, can be so empowering. Like that's definitely something that I had that really helped me. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Are there
What
any
I
other ones? Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say, are there any other ones that like you want me to talk about? Like any other
No,
major?
I'm
Yeah.
just like even like thinking, like
Yeah.
people are thinking, oh, this is stupid, this is boring, then nobody will be interested in that. Like, oh, it's too much pressure. I'm so stressed. I'm so anxious. And this is the thing. Like, we all have these thoughts, but the most important thing that like we don't stop because we had this thought, because we can see a lot of times like our mind can just like lie and bring some questions and like some negative statements, just like to make us small, to make us not
Yeah.
grow, and to not make anything that is uncomfortable. And for our mind, everything that we are not today is uncomfortable, and we are not going there. But definitely we have another part of mind that it's seeing like what are the thoughts, and like that our mind is just like scared. So we need to also use that another part on mind. Okay, what is the plan? Okay, plan is to put 5 topics. The next plan would be reaching some people who are on the conference, organizers, speakers, like
Yeah.
just like take a look, and then step by step. Because the worst case scenario is just like stop because we have that thought. We all have that thought, but it didn't stop us in so many different dreams, and will not stop us like even the future. So that is the thing that I really want to share with others. Like we all have the same thoughts and feelings, but it's just a difference if you are taking the responsibility and, okay, I know how to solve this. It's not going to happen over the night, but I have a plan, and plan is like so diverse. And like we are focusing our thoughts and mind to put the energy on the creating a solution, not just like thinking about the problem. And like a new pitch, a new conference, and you are developing so many different skills that will lead you to the wholly different life that you couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'd say, yeah, just yeah, one day at a time. I think yeah, we just really need to believe in yourself, and everyone has something like special to share. So yeah, keep trying. Say yes to the opportunities. Like you don't know when they will come about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think keep an open mind, and I think if you're passionate about it and you love those communities, and you keep trying, I'm really really confident, and definitely reach out to other speakers, like other speakers who have experience, who can give some tips before you pitch, and then when you're practicing, you don't feel like you're alone with it. Like
Mm.
some of the programs have great support as well, like as you're preparing for the first talk and giving feedback like on your first draft to get it to the final.
Okay, nice. Do you think that we have something else that like we didn't cover, but it was important when you started, or like it would be important for others?
I could also talk about like in terms of how to actually like deliver, like structure the presentation,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and tips like that. Um, yeah, I always find that being able to tie a complex SEO topic back to an analogy and making it like storytelling is a really
Mm-hmm.
powerful way to deliver the presentation. So what I would always do is like, like SEO is like build, like whatever it is. SEO is like building a house. Paid ads like turning on the tap or whatever. But you come up with the analogy and a theme for your presentation. And I always try to, like, you really need to like connect with your audience, because they won't really remember what you actually say, maybe only 3 points, but they remember how you make them feel when you
Feel.
deliver it. Yeah, so I'd start with a story, and then continue to weave those elements like through your key points, and then come back to it at the end. It becomes like a really nice full circle moment to return to the analogy. So yes, I basically think of it like a 3 act structure, I guess, like storytelling. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, definitely. I think we covered, like all the thoughts, challenges that are causing us to not pitch, like you covered the structure, you covered your journey, like I really want to encourage like all people who want to start, like they can reach us, just like we can take a look on the topics. I don't know, like about you, but definitely I think we are open to encourage like these people just like to start.
100%.
And like a lot of the speakers that I'm talking, like everybody is so open, like for helping others to achieving something that we already did, because like that's our purpose, that is like why we are here. So definitely, like one step at a time, and don't please be discouraged to stop on the journey that you want to achieve. So it would be, like a shame to not achieve even like bigger dreams just because our mind is producing some thoughts.
Yeah, I'd say like people are like looking for more diversity in these SEO conferences as well. So I guess like I know the difference is your story. Your differences is your superpower here. So you can bring that to your pitch. Yeah, and
Nice.
yeah, always here to help. I really encourage, and you're here to support other women who are keen to get into the speaking field. I think there's so much value that we
Oh
can
wow.
bring, and yeah.
Yeah, difference is your superpower. I really love that. Okay, Georgia, thank you so much for today, for your time, and I know it's late in Australia, so thank you so much for energy and efforts. And I hope like this, just like if one person is encouraged to do the to do the pitch and like take the next steps, I would be happy.
Yes, me too. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, really happy to talk about this with you.
Nice. And